Hey there, bud. Welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are having a great day. Let's talk about some XFL Week 2 predictions. Alright, this video is not going to be too in-depth, just a couple of talking points about each game, what I'm kind of looking for. The more in-depth, really nerdy shit, that'll be Friday for our Degenerate Friday. But what the fuck I was saying is I'm looking to see is New York for real, and that's about it out of New York. I'm more interested in watching DC. I like watching Cardell Jones play. I don't think he can get back in the league. I think he's a good player. It's just like when you watch him play, he's just like kind of lanky, you know. Like he reminds me a lot of Byron Leftwich. And nothing against Byron Leftwich. He was sweet in college. Just I don't think that like long throwing style, that long play, if that makes sense, that like lanky play can like translate well to the speed of the NFL. So like I think Cardell Jones can have a really good XFL career pending the length of the league. And like I want to see is can they like really make him, I guess, the face of the league? Is he going to be the perennial like player that we see all the time, just lighting it up? Like, is he the future of not only the franchise but also the league, you know? All right, the next game is the one that I care I have zero interest. And I don't even know if this is the proper time sequence of the games. This is just how I wrote them down. I have no interest in watching the Tampa Bay Vipers at the Seattle Dragons. I think that's what it is. Either way, don't like either one of the names. Can't stand the Vipers uniforms. Dude, cannot stand that green. Both teams lost last week. I guess the only shining point was I guess Devion Smith for Tampa Bay looked decent. I mean, they had really nowhere else to go, so they just kept feeding him the rock. He was the only guy that had any type of like what you would call NFL style of touches, I guess. Quantity, volume. I guess volume's the word I'm looking for, NFL volume. In Seattle, I don't know what to think about Seattle. They lost to DC in the league opener. DC, you know, could be one of the better teams in the league this year. So I'm looking to see, is Austin Prohl going to be, you know, like I guess a fantasy impact moving forward. Dude, I don't care about the Tampa Bay Vipers, man. I just don't care about them. Like, I didn't even know Jerry Glanville was still alive. I don't think he knows he's alive. I just don't care about that game at all. I don't like the visuals of either team. Their uniforms are both whack. They just kind of look whack. That's all I really got to say about that. Next game on the lineup would be the Dallas Mavericks traveling to the Los Angeles Wildcats, Cougars, Kittens, I don't know, man. The Los Angeles Wildcats. And I think that's their name. I don't really care. I mean, I guess Noah Spruce, that kid Spruce, he looked pretty sweet for LA. He looked pretty sweet. And their running back had some decent volume. But I guess really the big question is their offensive line as bad as they looked? Because if they are, I'm totally starting the Dallas defense in fantasy. We'll get to that in the next video on Friday. Is Josh Johnson going to play? Because if Josh Johnson plays, I think that elevates all the players around him because he's so seasoned from the NFL. And for Dallas, you know, is Landry Jones gonna play? Because let's be real, Landry Jones kind of looks like that dude who plays Earl from My Name is Earl. and if he does play, is that, I mean, because their offense, I guess their offense didn't, I don't know what to think about their offense, man. You know that it wasn't, they weren't executing the style of offense that they wanted to because they're basing their offense around Landry Jones. And if he's not in there, then they have to completely, I mean, Hal Mummy had to completely change his entire approach to the game. And so if Landry Jones plays, you know, do we see more volume going to guys like, what's his name, Nagel there, that little white dude? He looked pretty sweet. Is Jazz Ferguson going to be healthy? That's all stuff that we'll get to in the next video because that's all really fantasy relevant. What I'm looking for is if Landry Jones and Josh Johnson both play, I want to see how, I guess, up to speed they are, how well both teams execute. The game that I have the most interest watching this weekend is the St. Louis Battlehawks traveling to the Houston Roughnecks. So, I guess shout out to my boy Nick Howard, because his team's the Houston Roughnecks. In truth, I thought I was going to be a Roughnecks guy. I thought I was going to be a Houston fan. I was all about Connor Cook. And then that other kid comes in with, what, Philip Walker, PJ Walker? Is that his name? Wheeler? Walker? I don't know. I haven't done my research, apparently. He comes in and just, like, completely lights it up, man. Just, like, completely lights it up. Yeah, I think he can maybe get into the league. Why not? Why not? So I'm interested in watching the Houston game. Houston looks sweet. Kari Lewis, is that his name? Kari Lewis for Houston, that wide receiver, I think is number 1. He looked fast as hell, man. He looked fast as hell. So when he started, when all these teams get on pace with where, you know, in sync, have a little bit more time, a little bit more seasoning, a little bit more experience with each other, I think all of the play will be elevated. I should probably talk about St. Louis. Because St. Louis is my team. I think I'm a St. Louis Battlehawks fan, y'all. I think I'm a St. Louis Battlehawks fan. Dude, I think Jordan Ta'amu, I think that's how you say his name, Ta'amu? Yeah, Ta'amu, whatever. Dude, he's sweet, man. That kid is sweet. He's cool, calm, and collected. The throwing Samoan. Yeah, the throwing Samoan. He's sweet, man. Like, they were saying that, you know, if he hadn't done that year in military prep academy, he would have a little bit more time in college, like another year, and probably would have had more exposure and probably would have gone to the league. So if I'm being 100% honest, I think that this game has the battle of the two quarterbacks that I feel could, like, really, like, maybe have an outside chance of playing their way into, Listen, I'm not saying they're going to go beat out Patrick Mahomes for a starting job. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is I think the St. Louis-Houston game where you got Ta'amu and that other guy, god damn, I can't remember his name. I know it's Wheeler or Walker, and I know it's Philip. I know his first name's Philip. Damn, too many vitamins. Alright, so to wrap up my predictions, I'm going to go with the DC Defenders, locking it down at home, beating the New York Guardians. I'm going to take the Dallas Renegades on the road, taking down the Los Angeles, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to pick St. Louis to win at home against the just nasty, dude, they're just nasty to look at, man. They're nasty to look at. They're nasty to watch play, dude. I'm sorry. Aaron Murray doesn't move his fucking feet, dude. He just stands there. All fucking flat-footed, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. No wonder you threw 2 interceptions and fucking 2 fumbles, bro. You just stood there. I watched you. You just stood there. Anyway, Seattle to beat Tampa Bay, locking it down at home. And then I'm going to take St. Louis to beat the Houston Roughnecks. I'm going to take the Battlehawks over the Roughnecks in the upset. Jordan Ta'amu goes for over 300 yards of total production. He's got the legs, he's got the arm, the weapons around him in the running game. If they can keep away from that high-octane Houston offense, I think we see St. Louis get their second consecutive road victory. So that's going to bring our Week 2 XFL predictions to a close. I've been Hat and Beard, you've been a macaroni salad. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.